Welcome to Mystic Moons. Nightfall has again descended upon where we live, where some of us live. Particularly, we're talking about North America, on the East Coast, where once again will fear enter the hearts of the people who live in certain places on the East Coast. Fear, you know? Fear what? For the last 3 weeks, Mystic Moon listeners, something strange has been happening in the state of New Jersey. And I feel it's time for all of us who listen, us who feel it, to find out what is happening in the state of New Jersey, USA. Now, for those of you who don't know, New Jersey is comprised of counties, as well as the United States is comprised of states, as everyone well knows. So let's sit back. We're going to stay inside our own places today. I'm going to relax. We're going to let our minds and consciousness drift to the ether. We're going to join up and see if we ourselves can solve this mystery. What is this mystery? Granted, it's many folds. It's complicated. And of course, authorities and would say it's too complicated for you. Don't think about it. We'll tell you what it is. But now, it's been happening for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks in 10 counties, New Jerseyites have been subject to strange flying crafts, drones, but not the tiny ones, not the ones you get in Walmart, not the ones you get in Target. No, the big ones. Have you ever seen those big, huge drones? These damn things are big. I had the pleasure, I can just say it, the pleasure. It wasn't really a pleasure. I felt invaded. Those huge drones are huge. They're bigger than a car. If I had a car that big, I'd be on Easy Street. If I had a car the size of that drone, those drones. And they go round and round and round and round and round. Surprisingly, I didn't really get the noisy ones. I got the ones that flashed. And I've seen them not only in the ones I've seen, the big ones. You can see those, let's call them suckers. But you can see them miles away. And strangely enough, they patrol each night as soon as they're out now. Look up in the sky. What do you see? If you're in those 10 counties so far where they have these drones, and they're making a big to-do out of it. So maybe it's not just the usual drones. I don't mean the small ones, no. I mean the big ones. And as I said, if I had a car that big, if you had a car that big, we'd get lots of respect. We go, whoa, you guys are doing okay to have something that size. But let's ask ourselves, is this Russians that are doing this? Because you would think if it was our government doing this, that they would tell us at least. We're patrolling the area. We don't want you to get alarmed, but we're patrolling the area. But yet they're leaving it open. They're leaving the tag open. It could be the Russians. It could be aliens. It could be anything of the above, including our own stellar team. So it's time for us to throw the tarot and find out, what? Is this aliens or Russians? But as I mentioned, if we have it could be ours, snooping, patrolling. But then again, if it's ours, we're not exclusive. No machine is exclusive to one particular country. You can give it a different name. You can call it BB-13 or BB-210. It doesn't matter. It's the same mechanism. So if they have van size, huge, let's just say big garage size drones collecting data in one place, everybody else has the same thing. Otherwise, they would like keep it like. Oh, and another thing too, I should add, the ones that I've seen, they're quite nosy. They're quite nosy. They're quite nosy. And besides being quite nosy, they have the mysterious ability to cloak themselves. Cloak. Cloak. I've seen it. I've seen them cloak themselves. But they go about their jolly business around and round. And whatever their pre-programmed flight orbit is. So let's see, are these, so in other words, I'm saying basically, we're asking a question first of all. Is it the Russians? Let's do this one before we get into this card yet. This is more metaphysical. Let's find out first of all, is it the Russians or is it aliens that is plaguing the military sites in New Jersey, which New Jersey has quite a few military sensitive points. All right, let's see now. Is it the, okay, first we'll have to do, is it aliens? Is it aliens? Let's do that. Is it aliens that are looking at our sensitive sites? Can't blame them. I mean, since we're like in the beginnings of World War III, we might as well keep all options on the table, right? Even though most people like go poo ha ha, but so what? We're searching for answers. So is it aliens? Okay, we'll take 4 cards and see. Is it aliens? Let me take this card. Okay. Now I got 4 cards to see. Let's see. Is it aliens that are looking? We have upside down. Let's turn them the right way. Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the King of Wands. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. Well, it's all things are possible. All things are possible. It's possible. It's definitely possible. Page of Pentacles. A new thing. The Three of Pentacles. Celebration. It's a success. They're getting their data. And this King of Wands could be a high-powered so-and-so after the entire financing the whole project. It could be a government. It could be a leader. Obviously, it's leadership. And then the world. We have the Wheel of Fortune. This is like somebody's making off with a lot of data. They're getting what they want. So this is just an affirmation that it's happening. It doesn't particularly say, are the aliens doing it? Well, you can't have that kind of hardware without some sort of inexhaustible source of revenue, right? You have to have plenty of dough. You have to have plenty of cash to do something like that. So this read right here, as I see, it's happening. Well, I don't need to do a read to see that it's happening. I can just look out the window or look out a friend's window. Aliens. Let's see. Who is this King of Wands? Let's use this. Who is this King of Wands? So we do know that these huge things, and they are huge, even though they keep on downsizing or making light of the size of it. They are big. They are very big. They are very big. And they are steady. Lights out. I mean, the sun goes down, they come out. In fact, they don't even wait till it gets pitch black. They come out very brazen, So who could do that? Would it be an invading army? Or would it be our own government doing this? Or would it be an alien race? It's surprising that these drones in New Jersey, for acting like it's something new, it isn't. It isn't something new. It's been happening in North Jersey, for instance, the north part of New Jersey, around the Picatinny Arsenal, Picatinny, however you pronounce it. It's been happening for about 5 years now. It's been happening. Probably longer than that. Probably longer than that. Hello? Someone said hello to me. All right. Now, so we know that. But why now? Why now are they getting into it? And why has it spread through the whole state? That's the important thing. It wasn't everywhere. Now it's everywhere. Is it for Christmas? Holidays? Twinkle, twinkle? It's more than that. It's very evasive. And you leave the window open too without the curtains drawn. Those things are looking in. And they also have the ability, these huge things, to send out little scouts. They send out little scouts, little flares. So it almost makes you feel that, if you have like a huge window, they watch. There's lots of things going on. So let's find out who is this. Let's get this King of Wands. Let me see now. King of Wands. King of Wands. King of Wands. King of Wands. Who could it be? Let's take these 3 cards. Well, one thing you know for sure, if state government is making a big to-do out of it, there's a reason. Because it was really aliens, we have the Proclaimer. The Proclaimer. And we have death. It's definitely, and we have the Ace of Vessels. Ooh, this is quite a legacy, quite a firm that's behind this. Proclaimer. We have someone with a lot of knowledge who holds the key to everything. So it's either on a government level, it's on a government level, not either. Now, it's on a government level. And it's also under a different resource. It's not the same, because death is birth, something new. Death is renewal. It's something different. End of, beginning of. That's what death is. It's a transition to the gate. Through the gate. And Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is a new plan in action. This all points to something, collecting data, trying out, doing it because you can do it. And it's something different. And even though you shouldn't trust something that's broadcasted, like invasion, something on a different level is happening than before, because they've had these huge drones, building-sized drones, flying around the sky over sensitive spots in New York. I noticed it a few years ago. They had it. and they weren't, nobody was talking about it. And these things you do not talk about, because the North Jersey one has been going on in Passaic County, has been going on for about 5 years now. So why now has it just no? It's maybe it was so successful that they decide to like surveil the whole state. Is this going to be our future, having huge blimps watching us, making sure we stay inside, or is it just no? Or is it just tracking particular shipments and activities of these sensitive military sites? And who would it benefit to know about these sensitive military sites? Well, it could also benefit our own government, as well as benefit foreign governments, as well as aliens, watching the scheduling of this and that. I would take this as a serious. This is nothing. This isn't just twinkles. No, this is something more. This activity is something more. It's upping the scale of surveillance, and it could be any one of our many enemies. It's not something a friend would do. And we have here the Wheel of Fortune. So it's gleanful activity. It's working. Is it aliens? Is it aliens? Is it aliens? I'm still torn between it's either an opposing government or it's our government. And if it's our government, we'd be the last to know, of course, but they're tracking some suspicious activity in the area. Obviously, that's what's happening. They're tracking suspicious activity. How much? I mean, does the whole damn state, New Jersey, suspicious now of something that's going on? Is it some kind of like huge? Now we all know this. The United States is being patrolled by Russian nuclear subs. We know that's been for a while, over a year now, I think, close to a year. 8 months to 8 months plus. So I mean, and we know that not all the patrol is centered around the coast of New Jersey. We know that. The Hermit. Well, and it would be nothing for alien technology to hijack and to replicate these rather so machines that are up in the sky. They can outfit it a few, because I mean, you take old cars, right? Old cars from the 50s and the 40s. You give them a few tune-ups and they're still in business. Same thing with like Earth technology. Just give it a few twists and it's gone. It's happening. You don't have to bring in your own special fleet of whatever's, high-powered whatever's, if this is going to do the job. So it's kind of complex, but I would say there's one country, one group that's definitely more aggressive than the others. I say this is solely not just the United States, because I mean, I know that we have done this and we do this. It's part of our security system, obviously. But the fact that they want to keep people in a state of tribulation is very telling. I mean, telling of what? Telling of what? Telling of something they want you to be nervous about. Something that's going to change things. Something that you don't particularly need to know the full story, because you're not pulling the strings. It's just being offered. And it is a wealth of information being copied, dictated. So I could possibly say that let's just say, wait. Let's just try one more thing. Let's see. Is it, let's just do a quickie. Is it, let's do 2 cards. Is it the United States government? Okay. Let's just go. Is it the government? Is it the, a fraction, Space Force, FBI, CIA? Is it the government that's doing this run in the state of New Jersey right now? Okay. Let's just take 2 cards. This one, is it? You asked the pagan kitties. Let's see. All right, these 2. That one wants to come out, but we'll just look at it later. Well, I would say with we have the moon and Capricorn energy, the healing, the star. Could be a safety maneuver because something's going on and they're not sure what it is. So I would say not only, it could be same machines being used, something's going on. Word is, it could be a defensive mechanism by the state, by the government, or something is going to happen later. Not right now, later. 4 months from now, 4 weeks from now, something, not right away. So I'd say it's the state. Now, it's very probable the state is doing something. Now, let's see here. Is it aliens? Is it aliens? Let's just take 2. Is it aliens? Is it aliens that are doing this? Let's take these 2 cards. Well, here we have the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, and we have the 5 of Pentacles. Doesn't seem like it's aliens. No. I would say no. It's not aliens. No. Now, is it the Russians? Is it the Russians? Is it Russians? Is it Russians? Is it Russians? Take that one. Russians. Is it Russians? Well, the Russians are flattered that you think that they would do this, but they wouldn't do it at this point. They got more places to do it at. No. So I'd say it's because I say it's the government, the U.S. government doing this, drones. That's what I said. They're doing the drones because something's going on a bigger scale, and this is it behooves them to be proactive, to look at it, to keep their interests guarded. So I would say right now, primarily it's the U.S. government doing this. All right, so let's, if you have any comments about what these drones could be, don't hesitate to leave comments. And for those of you who have subscribed, as we try and thank you, first of all, for subscribing. And for those who have not subscribed but are willing to take this journey into out-of-the-box thinking, thank you. And give your opinion. We're in this together, you and I. And the more we piece this puzzle of our realities, day by day, the better prepared we are. And who knows, we just might tap into a plausible explanation. And that's what we're here for. To think, to ask questions. Once again, thank you for joining. And until the next time we explore these far out activities, these places that we're being sent to, these things that are like sparkling in the sky day and night, the sounds we hear. We do know something's going on. We can feel it in our guts, in our stomach, in our stomachs. We know something's going on. But what? Something sinister, something not, no Garden of Eden is being prepared for us. We know that. No oasis in the midst of our trials and tribulations. No, something else. And we want to be at least knowing what this fanciful, I can't say that word. What this fantasy is being fabricated helps. Knowledge is power. So once again, thank you, and we'll see you around. So chill out and relax until the next time we decide to speculate what is what, to whom, and how, and when. Thank you.